some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Vols will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll give it to the back. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Wants to throw on first down. Over the middle. It's Burt. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The run from the shotgun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He makes a catch. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And they can't make the play on third down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Rides to back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man, it's Marco. Flips it out in the flat. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Church. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Working the middle, it's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take on 4th down. Go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and more. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So here is the Tennessee offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. They give it to him again. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Dropping back, it's Markham. Punts it out of the air. Turning it on. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Vols are flying down the field. Got his man on the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Vols kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field, the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The give on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Gives it on the option. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Rides the back on the option, the give. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gives it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might be changing the route. A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Marco. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sanders. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
He's tackled at the 36. And that's good enough for a first down.
Corner's going to give them room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you just that.
Catch in stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
First and goal, Tennessee. Timeout, Auburn.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Tennessee! Great job by the back on the option. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together. He's got it. Touchdown, Volunteers. And that one will give him the lead.
And you got to love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Hawaii is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Air Force. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown ball. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Wicks. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the...
Gets loose in the middle. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The 50. The 40. Running inside the 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
Great job on special teams, getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the combo. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The Volunteers have their offense in high gear. Using the quick game. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Marco. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, past the marker. Smashes through the tackle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are...
Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wicks. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. With the catch, it's Wicks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. He's got the tight end. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting. Sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Auburn.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Looking for more room. He's at the 10, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
That quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. From the gun, he leads it with the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They want to throw it. And they will score. Touchdown, Auburn!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.